Good morning. Thank you for joining me on this Monday morning. It's rather chilly in Jacksonville again, but nothing like a sweatshirt or a flannel with a flannel shirt on top of it, plus the heat running to make things cozy. My studio, however, is always delicious. Now, I have been working on attaching the lace bits. But before I go on, I want to share what I have been doing with this bottom group. I have started over here and worked around, okay? And I'm going to be working from here and across the leaves, and I'm going to stop right there so that this space is available to me. The reason being, I'm not sure whether the flower is going to go up. Now the flower, as you remember, is narrower at the top, which is right here. And where do you think you're going? And wider at the bottom. So it might very well be that when we come to this area, we have to decide whether or not these petals are going to go over these flowers or disappear under them. In other words, stop at the edge here. A big decision. Now I can go over, I can go to a little bit under, or I could cut off if we don't like the way it looks under here, or we don't like the way it looks over this thick flower. We could always remove this bit right here and work our flower, because I'm going to make that flower a big baby. So the same for this bit. But I thought you might like to see the technique that I have used for eons to attach lace to anything. We'll get out one, we'll torment and pull one. No, there's two trying to get out. Okay, pull out one of the 6 strands. Set this aside because I know I'll be using more of it. And we're off. Have I got my big light on? Yes, I do. Okay. I do hope that you are able to see clearly, and I will be pulling you in so that you're right down where the action is. I do hope that you are well, that you've had a pleasant weekend, and maybe you found a little bit of time to do some stitching or some crafting. So we're going to need a nice hefty knot here. And let's see if we can't get another one on there. Yes, that will do. Now let's get a lot closer to where I'm going to be working. Let's get this out of the way, and we'll turn this around a little bit. Can we get even closer? Sure we can. Now, okay, so where did I end up? I ended up right here where the two leaves are attached. They're not going anywhere. Okay, I think I'm going to get this one out because you and I know that's going to stick me, and we don't need any blood on the canvas. Okay. And down in, pointing toward the center. And let's go over here now to this one. Pointing towards the center. Not necessary to do, but you can go straight down if you'd like. But I've always been one to point in. Sometimes I come from the outside in if there's something special that I want to be doing with the edge, and we'll discuss that at another time. Okay. I find attaching lace the most relaxing. I find it the most relaxing thing to do. Goodness, now that I'm looking at my fingernails, I can see the result. I guess it's permanent, or should be after three years or some, 3 years and some. The tips of my nails are no longer white. But had you seen what my nails looked like from the super poison chemo, they had the black mottles on them, and oh, they were bad. And most of it, I'm very lucky, has gone away, but I can see it now that I'm looking at it on the screen. Oh well. Now, let's get going right up here. Nope. I want to be closer to the edge. And one over. Am I going to get it? No. And not to make myself crazy here. Okay. So that's going to leave us this, if we need it. If we need it. Okay, this leaf is aggravating me. Let's pull it out a little further. Let's see if I can get it. Yes, I got the stem. Good, good. Okay. Now let's go over here. Here. Let's get this out. And here. What I do is I usually put on, when I'm working on this, and I'm not videoing for you guys, I have this nice big screen in front of me, and I put on a video, and I watch Wendy or Rachel or Gail or Lois. Well, I don't really watch it so much as listen to it and look up periodically. But it's heaven. My favorite people seem to be in the studio here with me. And this was the third bedroom. And I have to admit, I call it a studio just because it sounds good. It makes me happy. And happiness is what this is all about. Okay. Down in here. And one more down here where the root of the leaf is. Let's see what we have going here. Let's grab and tug. Okay, we have it. We have it right there. down again. Okay, that will be the last one. And we'll continue up here. Okay. I do hope that some of you are considering giving needlepoint canvas and slow stitching a try. And if you are, and you would like some needlepoint canvas, I did show you in my one of the prior videos, I showed you that humongous roll. It's in the corner of the closet over here. I will be more than happy to cut off some chunks and send them to you as a gift. I will send them in an envelope, and I will have my husband will cut a piece of box cardboard, and I'll put it on there so that it doesn't get bent as well as best we can hope for in the mail, being what the mail is like sometimes. I think they throw things on the floor and stamp on them with 2 feet. But that's what I'll do. And I'll be more than happy for you to have some pieces to try this out on. Okay, now I think I'm going to stop because this is well down right here. Pulls back, nothing moves. Good. Pulls back, nothing moves. That's what we like. Now I'm going to try a different way of ending off here. I'm going to try this. And then we'll turn it over and have a look. Oops. Those magnets become your best friend so easily. So this is the back. And let's run under those 2 threads. And again. Well, we just had a leaf fall off. I wonder where it came from. Must be the top. And again. And now this is going to be glued down. So we don't have to worry too seriously about what's going to happen. Okay, where did you come from now? Oh, I know. Okay. We can put it back. We can put it back. Right there. Okay, it's down. Now, so we're ready, but let's think about whether or not we want to do anything to the leaves and the flowers down here. Those leaves have those interesting holes in them. And this flower has those interesting little radiated spokes. Hmm. don't like this, not when, would you just take it away, make it disappear, take it away. All right, now, let's try a little of the green that we used here. Now, I don't think I want to use 2 strands. Just put the hint of color, a suggestion of color there. Let's do it. Let's see if I can get you even closer. Lord, I'll never know. I'll never get this remembered. I tried to make ways to remember it. Doesn't work. Does not work, and I don't think it ever will. All righty. What have we got here? Can you see through that? No, it doesn't. Doesn't work. Works for me, but not for you. Okay, here we are. Let's try. Let's try making a little needle point out of this grid. Go up here. There. Well, we went right back and got lost. That's allowed. Now, let's see what it didn't want to do. Yes, there it is. Well, if I had any sense, I'd look up at the screen instead of worrying about the magnifying glass, because the screen in front of me is as big as Kalamazoo here. Next one. Okay. Here. Come on, Carol. There you go, girl. So we're doing needlepoint on lace because the lace is giving us the design. But this is too light. It's variegated, and this is too light. So we tried. Now, but I like the idea. So let's get this out of here. See the knot. Let's get under the, pull it and get under the knot. too light. And let's get this out of here. Gone. Mostly. Well, I'm not going to fuss with that. Nobody's going to take a magnifying glass to this. I'm going to get my green selection here. Where is green hiding? It's up here. Ow. Ah. Second from the top. We can do this. Let's go back and look at green. And let's go back and see what's happening here in the real world now. Okay, we're not going to be using that again, and I have enough of it forever. So, I don't know how that would work, and I don't know why I'm even looking at it, but I am. So, we'll try again. See if this is going to work like ribbon. It calls itself ribbon. This is meant for the next hole. This needle doesn't want to do this. No. So, we're going to go to the needle collection and get a hole that's more like it. Let's see. Are you going to go through there? Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. Now let's see if it'll go through here. Well, yes. Maybe this one's a little finer. Smidge. Let's see if it'll go through. Okay. Bombs away. You back here. Now this is a tapestry needle, a number 22-ish, but this one's got a sharp point. Most tapestry needles do not. They have, most needlepoint needles don't have a sharp point. They're not meant to be used that way. So you have to have plan B here. And I'm just showing you this because I thought you might be interested in seeing what happens when it works the way it's supposed to. Now, you out of the way. Okay, now here, here, let's put a knot. This is the finest. So fine, it's got a knot in the end. Now we're going to try something. We're going to see if it works like ribbon. And then let's go up to here. Let's try this one and see whether we like the effect. No, don't get too tight here. Want to be a little bit loose. And the trick to this is to let it run over your finger. Well, you can't see my finger. I'll do it this way. Is to let it run over your finger and ease it down, and it will stay at its width. And you go straight back up. Yes, you can't see it. No, you cannot. Okay. So let's go down here in the middle-ish of the leaf. Up here. Over your finger. But I want to show you something else. I'm going to be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Here I am, a little sip of hydration. This is fancy, but it's called a laying tool. And if you want to see this, the way it would work in correct situation, you would let this run over the laying tool, and it would come out perfectly shaped. This works with 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 strands of DMC floss. It works, let me flatten this. This works with everything that you want to lay flat. Now, let's get this one. Well, it turns out, remember, Carol, this needle has a point. More of a point than you. There we go. Upsy daisy. Now, I would just take this out and move it around if it was, if I was going to do a lot of them. Now, you're going to see something about this is, see the value of a laying tool. A large carpet needle would work fine. Anything that you can use to stick under there and hold it that will run over. Now, think we have to decide whether we like it now that we've done it. You can stay right there. You can be there. Well, this matches this, and there aren't too many of them. There's a little one here, and a little one here, very little one here. This would be the place where we would have more of them. Do we like them enough? Do we like them enough? Or should we look a little further? Should we look a little further in the greens? Okay. Now, what else do we have that might do? Well, that's Christmassy looking. I forgot about that. I better put that bottoms up. What's this? What did I even ever have it for? I don't know. Look at it. Lorikeet, 9 strands of wool. Lorikeet, 9 strands of wool. No. Not where I want to be. Let's not make a project out of that, Carol. Okay. Anything else hiding? There's the rotten rubber band that's been on. Lord, the rubber band's become sticks. Look at that. That's the chunk of rubber band. Well, you go and get them in a dollar store. You get cheap. You buy cheap, you get cheap. Now, where am I? Where am I? No, Splendor won't do. Wouldn't get that same effect. Or, we want to try some silk. Let's see what's in here. This is the bin. This is the bin for this project. And for those of you who didn't see this a few videos ago, this is the plan. This was a piece of my watercolor. This is going to go here. No, it's going to go here. The reason we know it's going to go there is this. Okay. We have this. So long I don't remember where it went. Oh my. Oh, okay. This one came out of here. Okay, so we have that. We have that. And we have that. Or is it this? Yes, it's this. Okay. So that's where that was going, and I had to stop 3 years ago when I got to world got to a screeching halt. So I'm working on this background, and I'm going to show it to you because as a background stitch and needlepoint, it goes fast. It's so simple. Oh yes, okay, this is a continuation up here. So, I hope I find an hour of time in the many to work some more on the background, and I'm not going to do a total background, as you can see. Yes, this is the kind of thing I did. But this was recent. This was while I was still working on junk journaling, and of course I still am. But this is stenciled. Okay. Now, what's in this basket? It might be just the thing I need. So, let me move you up further, and you up further, so that you can see in the basket. Let me turn this basket around. Makes sense. Okay. All right, now, this is the silk I'm using for those tiny T9C background stitches that I showed you. All right, now, is there anything here? Fuzzy stuff. Oh yes, I used fuzzy. You saw it. Is this too dark? There's two fuzzy stuff possibilities. And there are the flosses. Oh, and this is similar. These frosty rays are similar to what we've just put down, but it has a gold thread going through it. Let's see if, well, okay. Ribbon. Narrower, wider. Wide. This goes over here with the wide. I don't want to use that. It won't work here. But I do try to keep this careful, be careful with it, because as you could see, if you notice the price, it was up to $6 when you use it. Oh, here's some frosty rays, frosty stuff, fuzzy stuff with what we just used. With the gold, or in this case it was green gold, down through the nylon. Let me see if I can get closer for you to see this. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. I knew you could do it. See? And I don't see that for here at all. It's too dark and not proper. So, at least to me. Now, too dark. Let's pull what we used and try. Let's pull 2 leaves and put 2 leaves in. Oh, what does Rachel say? Oh, yes. choices are the worst. Now let's pull, and you'll notice I'm pulling with the end here. And after you use these a bit, they tend to scrunch up, so you have to, if you're going to use them like this, you have to realize that you're, cut off smaller pieces to use, and that you will have to repeat your threading, because these are not meant to be the same way with the silk. It's not meant to be. Okay, you're out of the way. Now we can compare, and get that new needle down there. Let's try a little fuzzy stuff. Made in Italy. It's poly and viscose, which is rayon, 15 yards, hand washable, made by Rainbow Gallery, and $2.25. Now, let's go with the threading again. That's too close. Time is flying. We'll have to stop here before the next one. We'll have to start working on that flower. Oh, Carol, it's these fingers sometimes can be seriously annoying. Now, okay. Looks like close up. All right, let's try this one. Let's see what we get here. If we get anything that we like. This one is a little fat leaf, so I'm liable to do two times and try to lay them next to each other. Oh, maybe, just maybe, we want to. If we use this, it's not going to fill it up in one go, and this one doesn't either very much. I've been pulling on that one. And if you pull on it too much, it loses its fluff. But come on. Ballpark, Carol. Over, 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 and up you go. One strand is not going to get it. Come down one, from the point, because we want to fill up the belly of the leaf. And one more. Come on. There we go. One more over. There we go. Nope. And put this one down. One. From the pointy one. And that's the effect we have. We have either that or that. It's the color. This little depth of color, or not. And what about this is mine, and I can play and not stop. I bet you know what I'm thinking. Oh, this is so long. Let's give it a cut right there. Okay, we have one, two, three, and four. Okay, let me stripped. That's not for what we're going to do. It's not necessary. But I'm not going to tell and let you decide that you know what I'm thinking. And I'm sure you have me on that. Now, there's four, and I'll show you again since they're stripped. You see what you can do with it. You can turn it into that. You can turn it into that. Okay. Oh, gracious, don't lose you. I'm sure I probably have a lot more of them, but I have to have a search-a-thon. And I want to stop this video because I'm sure at this stage you're telling me to get with it. Okay. Did you read my mind? I bet you did. 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. there is another decision that we have to make. Okay. Got the back clear so that I don't have to think about that. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do this one. And yes, I'm pulling it straight across the back. As I said, this is going to be glued down, and it doesn't show, which is the issue. If it showed through, couldn't do it. You have to stop each time. Alrighty. Let's see what we think about this. I think I like this with this. It's the center, and these are centers. I think this lost the bet. I think we're going to go with fuzzy stuff. So, if you have enjoyed today's round of needlepoint on slow stitching needlepoint on canvas, needlepoint canvas, I do hope that you will consider joining me again, giving me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. The next time we're going to, I'll probably, hopefully have those tacked down. I'll have leaves finished and centers in the flowers. Unless, of course, I decide not. But the more I look at this, I think the more I like it. So, bye now.